true, you guys. I'm no longer vegan. The cat's out of the bag. Oh my god, I almost gave myself a head rush doing that whole fake crying intro thing. Cheers to that. Yeah, so today's video is all about how I'm no longer a vegan. Look who's coming to visit, my little sweet pea. Whenever mommy's talking, he's like, give me attention, give me attention. But yes, I'm done with, you know, so many aspects of the old way of life, the old Maya. And I kind of just wanted to do a video just finalizing things for y'all, because there's always someone that sneaks into my DMs or my comments or my lives or somewhere, and they're like, I thought you were vegan. Honey, I've been posting bacon for like a year now. Like, no, I'm not vegan. I had someone literally comment and say, how did you make this vegan? And it was in response to a poached egg. Hello, it's a poached egg. You really think that that was vegan? I can't. Like, I just can't anymore. So today's video, I'm gonna kind of explain why I'm no longer vegan so that we can put it to rest, bury the topic 6 feet under the ground in a dead bolted coffin, 17 pounds of dirt thrown on top, blessed by the pastor, and never to return to the surface again. I'm sick of labels. It's 2023 and we've all kind of, you know, put ourselves into these restrictive boxes, myself the most. And I feel like I worked myself into a hole in life where I was just trying to like people please and trying to, sorry, I'm being so awkward. I'm like trying to get comfortable. Trying to people please, trying to like, you know, just be the best version of myself at the expense of my own mental health and physical health. So I have several reasons why I'm no longer vegan. First and foremost, I'm just enjoying regular food again. Like, I'm eating dairy products, I'm eating meat, and I'm like, how have I not done this for like over 10 years? I get the like empathetic to animals approach. However, like, I realized, you know, I really honor like human history. I honor, you know, the way that we have kind of cultivated land and, you know, domestic farming all the way dating back to farmers in like the Mesopotamian era. Like, you know, it just goes back far and far and far. And so I just feel like there's a part of our humanity and our history that is just innate when it comes to what we eat and how we produce food. I don't necessarily agree with factory farming. Of course I don't. I don't agree with, you know, the abuses towards animals. That being said, there's 1,000,001 abuses happening right now as you're watching this video, and we cannot save everything all at once. And so I'm a pick and choose your battles kind of girl. I'm all for people being vegan and for sticking it out, but I'm not all for people telling other people what to do, and also the moral superiority that comes with a lot of vegans or veganism as a movement in general. It's I am better than you, be better, like join us kind of vibe. And I feel like I lived in fear for a while that I would have friends that would like call me out or say something or, you know, just make me feel shitty for like no longer being vegan. Not a healthy mentality to be in by any means, but just to throw things back even further, I was, well, not further than the Mesopotamian era, but I was, you know, on sets doing things like working, and there would just seldom be a vegan option. I think there was like 3 days on set where I was like eating garden salads and I felt like I was wilting and withering away. In life, you're just going to encounter moments where you will not be able to find vegan options, or the vegan options that you do find are not sustaining. And so I just feel like having the flexibility to do whatever I want now, eat whatever I want, and just live life is so much healthier than literally restricting my food intake. That was not a good moment for me, you know? I feel like I originally went vegan for 2 reasons. For the ethics, because I was vegetarian for many, many years prior to that, and I was like, why am I vegetarian for ethics and not vegan? But then also because I had put on so much weight from eating cheesy nachos, pizza, anything unhealthy that was vegetarian, you name it, I was pounding it back. And so I was like, I want to lose some weight, and I also want to be nicer to the environment and to the animals. But that being said, now I look back and I'm like, okay, but like, why is all the onus on me to look out for the environment and the animals? You know what I mean? Like, that should be a systemic thing that's changed, not the individual. And I feel like I was, you know, self-restricting my food in a bad way. Like, I always had an excuse not to eat something, and that wasn't like healthy of me to do. Anyways, plain and simple, like, you don't even need a reason. You don't have to justify like why you're living your life, as long as you're not like harming other people. I understand like vegans are gonna be like, well, you're harming animals, but the reality is that you harm animals inadvertently every single damn day. Like, it's just a part of our society, you know? Like, you're shopping at the same store to buy your vegan thing that is also owned by a company that owns a slaughterhouse. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many degrees of separation that happen, but it's all under the same umbrella. You can't breathe air these days without contributing in some way to farming or to unsustainable practices. It's called being a human being. We consume resources, we shit them out. It's life, right? And so I'm just over like that micro analyzing and vilifying of people just for like living life, you know? I still eat some vegan things. Being vegan helped me learn to cook in so many resourceful ways. But let's be honest, we're also all sick of freaking eating just beans, wheat, gluten, and nuts. That's basically the foundation of all of our protein. So you're having some kind of like, you know, soy, tofu, soybean, black bean, chickpea, garbanzo bean type mixture, whether that's in, you know, falafel or in any kind of tofu, you know, Asian dishes or veggie burgers. And then like obviously seitan and nut cheese, nut milk, nut sauce, nut cream. Like, get the nut away from me. I can't handle the nuts anymore. I've eaten more cashews in 1 year of my life than I ever did in all the decades before. Like, insanity. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was so sick of it. I feel like I tried every single recipe. Pastries just aren't the same. Traveling was just so bland and boring. Like, I would go to all these places and eat food that I could eat in Toronto. Like, you know, vegan has such limitations. You're not tasting the culture. You're not immersing yourself. I went to...
Sorry about that.
Sparkling water, by the way, not alcohol, on the middle of a Thursday. I went to Playa del Carmen, as you guys know, in 2022 and then also in 2023. And it was like night and day food-wise because I was still partially vegetarian the first time I went. Made sure that I went to vegetarian restaurants. They just weren't really hitting as good. And then I went back and had full seafood, meat, whatever the hell I wanted, and had the best food of my life. I felt like I was connecting more with Mexican culture. Someone's cleaning outside. But anyways. Elio, come here. He's got like his mouth full of food. Come here, come here. I'm sorry. I know. Always something exciting happening here. But yeah, so basically I feel like traveling is just so much more valuable when you can actually eat everything. And knock on wood, I have not had any food poisoning yet, so I'm just like careful about those things. That was one of my fears transitioning out of it, but I just feel like eating is so much more simple now. I can find enjoyment and satisfaction so much easier. I'm not like having to create a sauce from scratch 24/7. I don't have to, you know, milk an almond to have my morning coffee. Like, life is just easier. I will also say, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the price of like pre-made vegan food is off the charts expensive. I think that like the supermarkets, they conflate, you know, veganism with wealth and gentrification. So like now the Gardein packs that were once $4.99 are now $7.99. It's insane. It's wild. Like, I'm saving so much money by not being vegan, which I never thought I'd say, but it's the truth. And I'm also enjoying food, cheese, you know, having like a classic breakfast with my friends, going out and really enjoying life. As a content creator, I was doing vegan stuff, never made $1 off of it, by the way. So I'm not one of those content creators that's like, you know, riding the wave to get the sponsors. Never made $1 off of it. Like, vegan companies just like never contacted me. Nothing was ever done about that. which is fine. Like, I wasn't doing it for material reasons. But now that I like eat whatever I want, I'm actually getting invited to restaurants in Toronto and going to events and like participating in the culture, and it's so much nicer. And like looking back, like I could cry, you know. I got invited to like one vegan restaurant this year, and it was the worst like meals that I had the entire summer. So that's saying something, right? I don't know, it's life, it's whatever. Like, we're all gonna have different opinions as long as we respect that. And like, I honestly don't care. Like, if you were only following me because I was vegan, then you're not following me for the right reasons or because of who I am as a person. So is what it is. Elio, you need to stop barking, sir. You're ruining my YouTube video. Mommy's not gonna be able to pay her bills, and then you're gonna be living on the street, and you wouldn't want that, would you? No, you wouldn't. He wouldn't want that. So all in all, I hope this seals the deal and makes everyone shut up about whether or not I'm vegan or whatever the questions are. Like, I'm obviously being a bit satirical right now, right? Like, I'm being funny, I'm being sarcastic. If you can't read into that and you think I'm just being like rude and crazy, then that's a you problem. You should probably unsubscribe. That's how I feel. Stay tuned for more content. I feel like I want to do this raw, more on the fly kind of content. Literally back to my G7X days, sitting on the floor in my living room. We are not like fighting for the best production value anymore. I just want to like hang out with y'all, make content, and live life, and not be so preoccupied with professionalism, quality, you know. I mean, quality of person and of content, but not of like going over the top. I'm not rich. I don't have a whole production team. I'm like, you know, a small creator just doing her thing. And thank you guys for supporting me and being with me over the years. I really do appreciate it. It's been such like a rocky road, and in some ways I want to be really successful just to make you guys proud. Like, I want to take all the years of stuff that we've built together and really do something with it. So stay tuned for all of that stuff. I'm happy to just be more authentic and be more myself and not really care so much how I look or like, you know, those very superficial aspects of being a content creator. Because like, we're never going to be perfect. We're always going to have things we want to change about ourselves and our content, and we're done with that. Yeah. And if I look at my little viewfinder, don't sue me. That was right in my ear, baby. No. No. I'm gonna go deaf after that. Oh my gosh. If anyone has any tips and tricks for getting your dog to stop barking at every noise at the door, let me know. I'm like looking at him in the viewfinder, so cute. Anyways, you guys, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Twitch. Everything's linked down below. We're doing it, we're making it happen. And I'll see you guys next time.